fresh off a 24-hour retirement, the 2014 champ, a 6-time runner-up, now a 10-time participant, one of the favorites to take the whole thing down. We've heard from every other monster. He's a mainstay at the top of the leaderboard every single year. The DLC. Retired, came out of retirement, and back to close the show. Mike in Indy. Mike, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good, Rome. As you can tell, the whole field is shook. Listen to these bumbling idiots. And the Cablinasian was gone but not forgotten. Nobody forgot how bad he sucks. Thanks for proving once and for all that the top dogs from your era are only worth 6th place in the Mike and Indy era. And Chael, there's 8 billion people in this world, and not one of them can make sense of the call you just made. Rome, I have a lot of haters out there, but guess what, haters? I'm your favorite caller's favorite caller. The truth doesn't need a sales pitch, Romy. I'm the best there ever was and the best there ever will be. I've been first or second place every year, going back to '09 with one exception. Kirk Orban ain't scratching those big Castrol sponsorship checks because Mark in Boston is dropping some 6th place heat in here. I bring Tiger Woods-type ratings and everybody benefits. But today I'm going to play a little game of show and tell. I'm going to show you all how great I am, and then I'm going to tell you about it. The biggest topic in the jungle is usually the jungle itself, but not anymore. I'm the biggest topic in the jungle. Just focusing all their calls on me. They know who the big dog is. You could crown me based on that alone. And if you're team content, then you're team Mike and Indy. I got the pure vicious smack that the Smackoff was built on. Multiple terrorist organizations tried to take credit for my call last year. Donald Trump tried to throw me in Guantanamo Bay after he heard my call. The Prime Minister of Great Britain held a press conference to condemn the attacks. My call last year was so hot it burnt a hole in the bottom of Bodie's dip spit cup. My call last year was so dope Adam Hawk tried to buy some of it. But Romy, I've been wondering lately, with all the name changes in professional sports, how come nobody makes the Nashville Sexual Predators change their name? And why does their mascot look just like Cal in Vegas? Speaking of which, my favorite part of that To Catch a Predator show is when they let these unathletic perverts out the front door and they got 6 cops outside. They got them covered like it's a punt return. These perverts aren't running away from anyone, so why not make it interesting and team a couple of them up? Can't you imagine that idiot Vic and NoCal bursting out the front door running for freedom with that creep Cal in Vegas as his wedge buster? Vic gets a block. He cuts it outside. He sees some daylight. Boom! Back in the concussion protocol, you scrub. I know everybody's saying I'm responsible for the Left and Laguna rule, banning studio appearances, and that's true. I got that done. But it was to protect Rome against a psychopath like Rick in Buffalo. Rome doesn't exactly have a crew of ass-kickers on the other side of that glass. You got Hawk, who threw out his back putting on his shoes. Alvy would just hit the dude, no sound bite, while Keith Arnold takes a hands-off approach, just like he does every day at work. This guy works like he's got a guaranteed contract. I haven't seen him do a damn thing since he showed up. Rome tried to offer me a Supermax contract for the open position, but I'm not signing up to be Keith Arnold's fall guy like Austin was. It was a solid 6-figure contract, and Rome asked if we were close on the numbers, and I told him we're 1 digit off. Add a 0 on the end. Speaking of zeros, Braden Corona did a lot of damage in his call, mostly self-inflicted. And Mark in Hollywood still shops at Abercrombie & Fitch to pose as jailbait for the Hollywood elite. Your desperation to make it in Hollywood is a cautionary tale to behold. Rome, I'm not mad Left has 30 guys writing his calls for him. I'm mad at the working conditions he puts them in. One of his guys contacted me anonymously because he fears retribution from Left if he finds out who leaked. Left say got him in the abandoned storage facility in Chino. No air conditioning, no windows. Left walking around with a big bucket of gruel he hastily ladles out onto their cubicles. Then Left feverishly writing takes, telling Left his hands hurt. And Left telling him, if you stop writing takes, I'll make your face hurt. Are you kidding me, Left? You can tell by his recent calls he lost his mojo and doesn't believe in his stuff. He's a bigger head case than John Lester trying to throw to first base. Nice pre-recorded, doctored-up call. Take out the gimmicks, and that call sucked so bad it might have sucked another Southwest passenger out an airplane window. I whooped your ass so bad last year, the doctor prescribed you an emotional support dog. Pre-record that and use it in your call next year, bitch. Rome, I've been the aggressor in all the biggest beefs in the jungle. Brad, Vic, Mark, Chael, Left. I got so much beef I could open up an Arby's. That's how you know I'm the alpha male silverback gorilla in the jungle. Awe-inspiring power and unparalleled viciousness. But when the Smackoff was at its lowest point today, which was during Left's pathetic call, I held the Smackoff to my bosom and nursed it back to life. War Mike and Indy being the first caller to come out of retirement to win a Smackoff. I do declare. Now I'm done. Crown me.
Mikey DLC out of retirement and coming up strong to close out the competition.